be doing a craft project for Halloween. I will eventually have enough various things to put on a little Halloween tree that I'll show how to make out of a branch and a base for almost no cost at all. If you do a lot of crafts, you have a lot of stuff that's around anyway. This is supposed to be a ghost. Now, I did a witch, and I did not use the little lobster clasp. I'll use those for my, we'll be making jewelry eventually. So, and there's the googly eyes. And they give you these really nice, especially for young children, these nice blunt needles, which, you don't want your kid using a sharp one if they're very, very young. Oh, this is kind of cute, little glasses in this. Okay, let's take a look-see. Pretty much the same thing, a running stitch around it, and then you stuff it. I have stuffing left over from the last project. I'm not sure I'll even have to open that one. They give you more than you need. Alrighty, let's take a look-see here. Let's get this on the needle. I find the easiest thing to do is to twist it. You can sometimes just put it through, and if it doesn't work doing it that way, it's not going to quite, but then you can twist it real tight and make a bend. And put that bend, which is a little more stable, through the hole. I'd have to push it through with your thumb nail a little bit. Okay, there we go. And they want you to leave an opening at the bottom, which makes sense. So you can stuff it. So we'll start right about here. Leave a little bit of a tail so you can tie it off at the end. And I just did a running stitch. You can do a whip stitch if you want. But I think if you're doing it with children, just a real simple stitch is fine. Learning how to manipulate things in your hands. Eye-to-hand coordination are really good things for children and for older people as well. I really like making things anyway. I've never outgrown that sense of enjoyment for that sort of thing. I'm going to pause the video because the air conditioning just turned on. Okay, let's continue. I had to shut the window. I live in California and it's been really hot here and so dry. All the fires and everything. Sometimes we can't even open up if the air is really bad. Some people are having flooding, and sometimes you're stuck inside because of various reasons, and doing crafts really helps de-stress things. Alright. I'll be making a few other things to go on our little Halloween tree. So we'll have several projects, and then we'll do several projects here, and then we'll put it all and make the little tree, and then we'll put the items on the tree. Maybe we'll get little sparkle lights for them. Right now the stores are filling up with Halloween stuff, so yeah, I saw some the other day, little lights. Probably battery operated. We recharge our batteries, so that's not a problem for me. And little white nubbins everywhere from those holes. I would just make, if you wanted to make a bunch of these before you assembled it, I would trace the pattern on a piece of paper or tissue, and then you could make a bunch of them and not have to buy more kits if you have a stock of felt. And you could even use maybe glow-in-the-dark felt. I think I've seen something like that. Or a glow-in-the-dark paint on it. And really, you can do anything. I bought a kit because I just didn't want to, you know, get too complicated to start with. But you certainly can make your own patterns. You can even download patterns free on the internet if you didn't want to pay for a kit. But the problem might be that you wouldn't have access to these blunt needles, because these have little holes punched in them, so you can use a blunt needle. So that's the only drawback, is that you might have to, if you're assisting a child, they have to be old enough to be able to handle a relatively sharp embroidery needle. Well, some of them are, there are some that are like less sharp, but they'd have to be sharp enough to poke through. Now see how that does that? What you do then is you just let it unwind itself. You hang it up and let it unwind itself. Then it won't do that anymore. It gets twisted when we manipulate things. Things get twisted. Okay. Just a running stitch, like you used to do on those cards that had the yarn. Shoelaces, maybe, when you were little. Crafts aren't just for kids. I do them. I'm certainly no kid. I'm not even into my second childhood yet. I suppose I could be. Alright. Now we've left a bit of a hole there, so that we can stuff it. And I always use a chopstick, an old chopstick, to help me stuff things. Now, that isn't quite enough, so I will take a little bit from here. You can use a little bit more. Stuff it as much as you want, or as little as you want. No rules in that direction. Do whatever feels right for you. Feel like Bob Ross that way. Make happy little clouds. Happy little ghosts. Make sure it's tidy on both sides when you do the sewing. Things can get knotted up in a bunch and you won't notice it if you're not careful. Both sides look good. So yeah, there's a little tail on the back. Just cut that. Do a square knot in the back. Everyone should learn how to do a square knot if they can, you know. There's tutorials on that too. No need to reinvent the wheel though. Alright, now we put a little bit of glue. So it doesn't unknot itself. Alright. So now we have this little ghost. And it says to glue the pieces. Well, they want you to glue some of them. Okay. Well, I can do that. I don't think we need the glue because these are sticky. I think I'm going to glue these little sticky out things a little more stable. Yeah, the little edges aren't. You can use Elmer's, whatever works for you. I just so happen to have some of this stuff in my sewing. Jeez, this doesn't want to come out. Thinking maybe I'll have to open this up a bit. Oh, that helped. Okay. Elmer's would be a lot easier to deal with, actually. It was very sticky and hard to squeeze out. Alright. Alright, so here we go. Oh, has these glasses, like Harry Potter. Has headband. Hatband, I should say. Alright, let's get that on there first. The glue will be clear when it dries. It looks kind of funky right now. Alright. I think I'll put the eyes in after I put the glasses on. Now I have a distinct feeling that these glasses would probably benefit from some glue on them. I'd probably be using Elmer's if I knew where mine was at this very second. I'm sure I'll come across it as I'm going through my craft stuff. Not easy to use some of this glue that's really thick. I have a feeling that I didn't put it with the mouth, the drawn mouth on the outside. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, here it is. Okay, I was just going to say, did I forget to do something? Oh my goodness, how little that is. Yikes. It's cute though, little tiny mouth. But oh my goodness. Don't feel any shame in using tweezers. I happen to have some. Sometimes it's easier. Yeah, okay. Now let's put the eyes in. I found that I had to use a pin to get the backing off of these. A little challenging. It comes right off with a pin. I'm definitely going to put glue on the eyes. That's some glue. Comes right off. Maybe I'll just put it on the spot where it goes. It's a little easier than trying to put it on the eye. Put it right there, and then you can just set it right on there. And I still can't get the backing off without a pin. So there you go. And use the tweezers to put it on because it's just easier to do that. That's cute, isn't it? Now it comes, it has little pom-poms for cheeks. That's, they go right over here. I think it's a little odd, but it's okay. One there. One there. That's cute, isn't it? Alright, now we're going to put a little loop on the top. They don't think they gave us any extra. Oh, I forgot the buckle. My goodness, I'm really getting lax here. Oh, that's kind of hard to get off the backing of that as well. Oh, I'm supposed to put this part there. Durr. Oh my goodness. It looks good either way though, really. Looks fine. Alright. I can put the lid on the glue now. Alright. Let's make a little loop to hang it with. I'm not going to use the lobster clasp because I'm going to be hanging it on a little twiggy twig that I turn into a Halloween tree, which we will do one of these times when we've got enough of these Halloween things to go on it. I'll do some from scratch Halloween stuff too. I have a lot of stuff in my craft stuff, a lot of kits and stuff. We'll use those first. There you go. Isn't that adorable? So now we have a witch and a ghost all ready to go. Thanks for watching.